Today in Cloud Gaming News, we're going to be going over the latest This Week on Stadia blog post, but before that, I want to touch on a subject about the Nvidia leaks that happened for GeForce Now. For those unaware, yesterday GeForce Now suffered from a database leak that showcased some unreleased titles. As you can imagine, it garnered quite a bit of attention considering names like BioShock 2022, Bayonetta 3, and Crysis 4 among many others were listed. What these names represented were kind of anyone's guess. There were a ton of Xbox and PlayStation games listed here as well. What I wanted to point out today is that Nvidia has responded to this leak with an official statement, which is the following. Nvidia is aware of an unauthorized published games list with both released and/or speculative titles, used only for internal tracking and testing. Inclusion on the list is neither confirmation nor an announcement of any game. Nvidia took immediate action to remove access to the list. No confidential game builds or personal information were exposed. There will be a link to the WCCF Tech article where this response is listed, along with highlights of that supposed leaked list. My own personal 2 cents on this is that while I do think there are some speculative titles on that list, I also think some of them sound pretty plausible. Despite that, we now have Nvidia's official statement on the leak, and it's probably going to be all we're going to hear from it. Next, let's take a look at the latest from the This Week on Stadia blog post. First up, we have 3 new Stadia games launching today, including Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Darksiders 3, and Merrick's Market. The first 2 you should be well aware of. I will point out that Darksiders 3 does offer both a frame rate and resolution mode. Big props to the dev for that inclusion. It's something I really want to see become more of a standard going forward. The third title though is a new release, and it happens to be a Stadia Makers game about managing a medieval marketplace by yourself or with up to 3 other friends. It's a chaotic crafting game where you're gonna have to take charge of your shop as you haggle, barter, and craft your way through a comical single-player campaign or team up with friends in couch co-op. It seems like a pretty fun party game to play with friends and certainly gives me some Overcooked vibes. After that, there's a new demo available on the Stadia storefront for From Space. This is a multiplayer demo for the sequel to It Came From Space and 8R Brains. It's what you're seeing in the background being played right now, and it offers top-down online co-op shooting action against hordes of aliens. It's described as Helldivers meet Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You and your friends take on the challenge of liberating our planet from an alien infestation using over-the-top weaponry, presented in an awesomely stylized graphic setting. The game promises that the full release will have satisfying progression through perks that change the way you play. From what I played in the demo, it certainly felt like a pretty solid top-down shooter. And as a heads up, since it is a demo, it's available to absolutely everyone, not just Stadia Pro subscribers. And based on the wording that they used in the blog post, it doesn't sound like this demo is going to be time limited or going away anytime soon. So it'll join the ranks of Destiny 2 New Light, Super Bomberman R Online, Crata, and Hitman Free Starter Pack as a free entry point into Stadia. Always good to see this sort of thing, and I'm hoping that it's one of many other demos to come. The last bit of Stadia news this week is all about sales, and until September 20th, Dead by Daylight Ultimate Edition is 50% off at $9.99. Other game chapters are also available at a discounted price right now. Aside from that, THQ Nordic's anniversary sale means new pricing for Destroy All Humans, SpongeBob, and Darksiders Genesis through September 28th. There are some pretty solid titles there that you may want to consider picking up. And that wraps up This Week on Stadia. Overall, a pretty decent week. I know a lot of people are happy with the demo and the new games dropping. Personally, I've played through Darksiders 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so there's not too much for me there. That said, it's great to see a demo arrive on Stadia, as it's been quite a while since the last one. I'm hoping it becomes more of a standard practice, as I know there are people willing to check Stadia out through a demo alone. It's a pretty cool way to try out a game without having to download anything on your end. Now, if you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been The Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.